We have a shocking injury update. Yes, injury update. Josh Hart announced today that he re-injured his finger. Also, Karl-Anthony Towns shut down any injury concerns headed into this season. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new content. And now, let's get started. Josh Hart re-injures his finger. I can't believe this. We haven't even started the season yet, and we're already talking about injuries. During his media session today, Josh Hart revealed that he re-aggravated his finger injury. And due to this, he is going to be hindered by this injury all season long. Let's hear it from the man himself. Roll the video footage. Josh Hart says a lot in this clip, so I'll break it down as he goes on. Let's roll the clip.
You got a finger procedure over the summer. Is that a major setback for you? Were you out?
That finger looks terrible.
Yeah. I was out for a little while and some other stuff. So I'm just trying to get used to it, and then get through the season with it.
Look at that finger. Look at his finger. He is going to have that injury all season. He's going to be hindered by that all season. And as he's about to speak about, he's going to likely have to play with a splint on his hand. And he doesn't like to play with anything on his hand. Something else that's going to further hinder him. Look at his finger.
No, I mean, it's just don't want to go into too much detail, but yeah, obviously, got a procedure on it, and then kind of re-aggravated it, somewhat recently. So, probably just rock out with a splint this season and, try to fix it again next summer. Me personally, I hate playing with anything on my hands. I feel like I don't have a good feel for it. So, it might take a little getting used to, but, that's the best scenario for me right now. And, I want to be out there with these guys. I'm going to do everything I can do to be out there with these guys.
So he says a little bit more, and I promise you we will continue, but we have to talk about what he just said. He doesn't like to play with anything on his hands, anything bothering him. But because of that finger injury, he's going to have to play with a splint on his finger. And he even said he's going to have to get used to it. So I know we're talking about different changes that the Knicks are going to make this season. I know that the starting lineup will change, but at this point, it seems like it's writing on the wall. If Josh Hart is not 100%, if he's not going to be able to do Josh Hart things while he's out there because he's going to be hindered by this injury, then that means he's likely not going to be able to start. How can you start when you're not 100%? You're going to have to come off the bench now. And even when you come off the bench, maybe your minutes, they're going to have to be limited because it's all going to depend on you, your impact, and how you look when you're out there. It's a very big concern because Josh Hart, he's a key player on this team. Whether you love him or you hate him, nobody can deny that when he's on the floor, he makes New York better because he does a little bit of everything. He can drive the ball, one-man fast break. He can get other people involved, but even more than that, his rebounding. But what do you need to rebound? You need good hands. You need good fingers. You need to be able to grip the ball. Is he going to be able to do that with his finger looking like that? This is the concern heading into this season with Josh Hart. And clearly, he wants to play through it. He wants to be out there with the guys. And I understand that. I respect that. But looking at it from a different perspective, wouldn't it be better to get the procedure that you needed done right now so that way you could get better, recover, and get back in time during the regular season so that way you can build chemistry with this team and get ready for the postseason? I think that would be better than playing throughout the entire season with that said injury. But nonetheless, Josh Hart, he's committed. He will be playing through this injury unless something forces him out of that.
Right now, the full expectation is just go out there, hoop, this season and help this team be successful. And then at the end of the year, when I got some downtime and, now I actually kind of know what's wrong instead of last year just kind of thinking it was one thing and then taking a break and then getting back into basketball and, realizing it was worse than I thought. So with that being said, yeah, I'll be good.
Wait, what? Did anybody else catch that? Did he get misdiagnosed? Because it sounds like he thought he knew what the injury was. He got a procedure done, and then he re-aggravated the injury, but at least now he knows exactly what the injury is. So now next offseason, he can get surgery the right way, get the right procedure, and this way he can rehab correctly for the start of the season. Clearly, he was not able to do that, but it sounds like he was not able to do that because he didn't understand exactly what the injury was until right now. So maybe this was a blessing in disguise, but either way, that finger does not look good. And while I respect Josh Hart and I commend him wanting to go out there and play with this team, put a splint on that finger and pretend it doesn't even hurt, and play each and every game, which I know he's going to try to do and certainly he's capable of. Is that going to hurt the Knicks? Is that going to hurt us as a team? Are we going to be less efficient because Josh Hart is in the game and he's not able to handle the ball well, play defense well, shoot the ball well because he's dealing with a little bit of pain in that finger? Remember, in basketball, your fingers, your hands, they're one of the most important things that you use. And if you have an injury like that, especially for a player like Josh Hart, who does a little bit of everything, especially rebound very well for his position in the NBA, is he going to be able to contribute the same way with that injury? These are all the things we have to consider heading into this season with Josh Hart's injury. While Josh Hart is dealing with his own finger injury, thankfully, the rest of the Knicks, they are fine, fully healthy. OG Anunoby, he's good. Mitchell Robinson, he's good. The captain, he's good. And Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, there were reports during the offseason that Towns got a number of procedures done on his knee and his hand. We all saw that clip circulating around the postseason that showed Karl-Anthony Towns reacting to his finger, stating that he think he broke it. But even though he said that, according to Towns himself in the following clip, he had no procedures done during the offseason. Even more than that, Towns is not reporting any injuries heading into training camp. That means Towns is 100% as of right now. But let's roll the clip so you can hear Towns himself shutting down all of these injury concerns.
You had a knee procedure, sorry. Huh? You had a knee procedure? No, I did not have a.
By the way, that's Steph Bondi of the New York Post asking Karl-Anthony Towns if he had a knee procedure done. Let's roll that again.
You had a knee procedure, sorry. Huh? You had a knee procedure? No, I did not have a knee. Where are you hearing this? You came on media day to come put that out here? No, I swear to God that was out there. Who? ESPN reported it. Who did that? Centel? No. All right, my bad. Surgery. Is it a procedure? I don't even say procedures.
Shut it all down once again. Listen, procedure, treatment, maybe he didn't get a procedure done, but it's likely he got treatment on his hands, his knees, his entire body most likely, because everything was in pain after that postseason, and we could all see it. Every time he caught the ball, he would grimace. shooting, running up the court. You could see him tugging on the hand, tugging on his arm, making sure he got it into the right place because he wasn't good. He wasn't right. He wasn't healthy. But now, heading into this season, he looks okay. He looks right. He looks healthy, and that's exactly what we need. We are already dealing with the Josh Hart injury. We do not need any more injuries for this championship run that we're about to go on. And thankfully, to our main two stars in Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, they're not injured. They're not dealing with any injuries. And honestly, we should be counting our blessings just for that. But OG and Mikal, they seem to be healthy too. Honestly, everybody on this roster seems to be healthy unless you're considering Josh Hart, who re-aggravated his finger. But other than him, this roster, we're stacked, we're set, and thankfully, we're all healthy. Shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us this updated information and these latest odds on who's going to win the NBA Finals. And as you can see here, things have changed a lot, especially for the Houston Rockets. After that Fred VanVleet injury update where he tore his ACL, clearly their championship odds, they took a heavy hit. OKC is still on top at +210. The Cavs are right behind them at +650. Then you have the Denver Nuggets at +750. Then the Knicks, we're in 4th place here at +1,000. Then the Los Angeles Lakers at +1,400. Now, rounding out this list is the Houston Rockets. Before, they were tied with the Knicks at +1,000. Now their odds sit at +1,600. What an unbelievable drop. With odds like this, you can understand why I'm reacting the way I am to that Josh Hart injury update. Nobody wants to hear about any of their key players coming into the season already injured, already dealing with some form of injury. But that's the case this season for New York with Josh Hart. And it sounds like it's going to affect him for the entire season. After hearing that, just for me, why not get surgery to repair it now? Or whatever you need to do to repair it now. Yes, we need Josh Hart, but we need him 100% healthy. Having him hindered with this injury for the entire season, even he said he's going to have to get used to playing with a splint. He doesn't like to play like that. Why are we going to make him play like that? We shouldn't. He should be getting a procedure done right now to fix that issue. We should be waiting for him to get 100% healthy and then working him back into the rotation, working him back just in time for the postseason. Hopefully, even sooner than that. But we're never going to know unless he gets the procedure done right now. But maybe he knows something. Maybe he knows if he gets that procedure done, he'll be shut down for a very long time. But then that brings the question, what exactly is that issue? What exactly is the injury that Josh Hart is dealing with? I don't know the answer to that. You don't know the answer to that. Only Josh Hart does. And as of right now, he's not revealing anything. The only thing we should be happy about here is that besides Josh Hart, everybody else on this roster is fully healthy. And thankfully, we're going to need them to be. This season is our championship year. This is our year to go all the way to the NBA Finals and get the job done. If we were going to do it any other season, with any other roster, under any other head coach, this is the year to do it. New York is stacked in an absolutely weakened Eastern Conference. Now we have to put it all together, make it work, and get to where we need to get to. Our goal, the NBA Finals, and then eventually bringing home an NBA championship. But what about you guys? What do you think about Josh Hart revealing today that he re-injured his finger and this injury is going to hinder him for the rest of the season? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.